Hey, yo, what's good, everyone? Welcome back to yet another Rev YouTube stream. They keep coming, ladies and gentlemen, one after another. It's a relentless strike of Rev streams. You absolutely love to see it. Ladies and gentlemen, I am so glad you are here with me today to celebrate, well, just another day in paradise. What can I say, folks? Now you know the drill if you're a regular here, but if you're new, there's a step we gotta take. We do attendance. We do roll call, ladies and gentlemen. If you're here, if you're a sentient human being in this chat, let it be known. Type something out. Go crazy. Like the stream. Sub. Put on those notifications. If you're an ultimate Giga Chat, become a member. If you're an even bigger Giga Chat, gift memberships, super chat, do whatever. Go crazy. Help us with our new super chat goal. The goal is very important today. It's very important, okay? We need another Chud victory, okay? These are important these days. And just like a Chud, I'm gonna crack open my sody pop here. You listening? That's right. Welcome in, you sentient human beings. What's good, everyone? It's good to be back. It's good to be back. The bee-boops are all here. Good, good, good. What am I, extra Emily? All you bee-boopers? Why does Rev sound like a fight announcer? Listen, guys. I'm just trying to hype everyone up. What kind of soda? It's actually an Alani. I am full of caffeine right now. The Chud takeover, ladies and gentlemen. But with the YouTube tradition here, I'm not going to stall on the starting soon screen. I will reveal myself in a decent sense. Where am I? There am I. There am I. I'm here. Hello. I bet you're excited to see my face, huh, guys? We got a lot to talk about today. A lot of drammer. Rev is stalling. Me? No. Guys, I promise, there's going to be minimal tangents today. Minimal. Okay? It's mostly your fault. Because I talked to you. Didn't a 17-year-old die drinking Alani? Probably. I mean, what energy drink is not just like zapping your insides, you know? You know what I'm saying? Listening to Linkin Park in the meantime, as you should, based. Thank you for saying something, Frank. That's very important. Minimal tangents. Guys, I'm serious. I'm serious. And speaking of minimal tangents, Pooterface with the $5 super chat simply saying, here, and waving. I'm waving to you. You can't see it, but I am waving back to you. Right back at you. Thank you very much for the $5 super chat. People have died from water too. That's also true. People have drank too much water in a short period of time and it made their brain swell up and they died. That is something that can actually happen. But you have to drink like 6 bottles of water in like 20 minutes or something. I don't think he's actually here. Am I muted, guys? Am I muted again? Clearly I'm muted. What else do we got here? Yo, a $10 super chat from Demon saying, yo, it's me, Demon Time! From the last stream, if people were wondering, the hockey game I went to ended a loss 0-8. Not only that, the refs failed to call the enemy team tripping and punching us. It's a rough day. That was a rough game, okay? 8-0 in hockey. That's like the equivalent of losing a football game like 100-0. That's pretty rough. That's pretty rough. But I was glad you were able to drop in and also hit him with the Demon Time Yeah, L refs. Boo. What was that voice? What are you talking about? Yo, Yuki with the $5 super chat as well, saying enjoying your stream while eating breakfast for dinner. That sounds pretty good, actually. Yes, it's demon time. But we got lots to talk about. Thank you for the $5 super chat. That's 3 out of 20 already for a total chud victory. What that looks like, you'll have to wait and see, ladies and gentlemen. You'll have to wait and see. But according to my estimations, that's already 15%. 15% of the way there. Will we achieve a total chud victory today? I think so. I believe so. To be honest, that voice is not out of place for your model. Okay, fair enough. That's fair. That's fair. I have no counter to any of that. Believe it or not. Yo, an Ibex with a 2 also saying, can you guess the game? Something with a puzzle. Can you guys guess the game? I'm stumped on this one. I gotta be honest, Ibex. I'm stumped. Here, I'll play it again. Or put it on the screen again. If you guys need some help. Something with bananas. Bananas and puzzles. DEI Simulator. Portal 2. Temple Run? You guys are going crazy. Pragmata? No? Although I did make a video for that today. I'm going to upload that later. Hopefully. Pragmata. Yeah, people are real weird about that game for sure. Dad Space. Yeah, people on Twitter saw a wholesome dynamic between a father and daughter. Like a father-daughter healthy relationship dynamic trope, whatever you want to call it. And they just lost their collective minds. They've lost their minds. And you know what? They are pretty miserable individuals. So I guess the jealousy would make sense, right? It would make a lot of sense. Oh, it's a moon, not a banana. Oh. Good call, actually. I think you're correct. I don't know. It's just so cute. I don't know why people make it weird. It was 1,000% wholesome. Yeah, I mean, it's literally a wholesome game, and people are looking at Diana, like this cute, wholesome character, and they're immediately thinking of like abuse. And the one comment that was like the craziest was like, someone was like, it went viral. And they were basically like, this is exactly what a predator would want a child to look like. It's like, how do you know that? How did you obtain that knowledge? How do you know what that is? That's a freakish thing to say. Right? Yeah, see, it triggers fatherly instincts. That's the normal person response to this. That's the normal person response. Yo, Quad Manny with the $10 super chat coming in hot. Saying, hello, Rev, opinion on chow mein. I definitely like chow mein. But if I'm given the option, I'm going to go with rice. And I'm going to go with white rice. I actually prefer white rice over fried rice. And I stand by that. Absolutely. Absolutely. And we got another super coming in right here from Kirby Fan. With the 5 saying, you were my most watched channel for YouTube Rewind in 2025, so take this $5 as tribute, as well as a plushie sale. Now say, desu for the chat. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, thank you very much for the great level of commitment there, Kirby. I'm glad you enjoy the content. Thank you for the $5 tributes. That's right. You know what? Every single person, you must provide tribute now. This has become a very... I've been watching all these interesting content creators in the VTubing space recently, and the ones in the drama, if you know what I mean, and they're good at getting money out of people, so I'm going to take some of their tactics. Hello.
Hi.
What's going on? What?
Nothing, just...
Are you just standing here? Are you going to say hello? What's the deal? Do you need something?
Hello. You said you would help grab the stuff.
Okay. Well, how much stuff is there?
A lot.
A lot. Well, okay. Well, hold on a second. First of all, thank you, Kirby. And then Josh with the gifted membership. I gotta bring something in real quick, okay? Straub's gonna take over. Okay.
Sorry.
I'll bring it into the kitchen and.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, just heavy.
And guys, treat her right. Treat my wife right. Okay. I'll be 2 minutes. Treat my wife nice. Okay. Make her feel special. You got that, bud? You got that? Okay, bye. Bye, guys. Bye. Have fun with Mom. I'll be right back.
Hello. Sorry, it was heavy. I didn't know how to tell him to ask him to do it. He told me he would do it. He was like, oh, just get me. He was like, even if I'm streaming, just come and get me. And I was like, okay. Hello. Is it weird to have a woman's voice to come out of this model? I feel like now that I see the model with my voice though, I feel like it needs to have a man's voice. I feel like my voice is too feminine for this model. I don't know. I don't know. La 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 la. Does this feel weird? Quad Manny with the 10. Thank you. Hello, Straub. Opinion on chow mein. I love chow mein. Chow mein is yummy. Very good. Thank you for the 10. Lander, thank you for the 2. Hello, Straub. OMG, a female voice from Rev. Wow, can you believe it? Crazy. And Alejandra with the 5. What happened to your voice, Rev? My voice changer. Where? Oh, I found it. Here it is.
The view count went up when I left? This is not right. This is messed up. Everything's there. You don't have to lift anything, okay?
Thank you.
What?
I was answering super chats. They were asking me questions.
Oh. Well.
There was one more for me.
Alright, you want to read it?
Technically.
Okay.
Off with the 5. I wonder if Advanced GG will keep her after a lawyer is getting involved. What are your thoughts, Rob? I don't know. Is a lawyer getting involved?
Kodiak said he's lawyering up, but I don't really think it's against Advanced, though.
I think they're
don't really have anything to do with it.
Advanced is going to keep her because they don't care. Because
that's your opinion.
That's my opinion. Well, my opinion is that unless a bunch of partners in the Discord start causing trouble, I really don't think they're going to do anything.
Yeah, she's not me.
Well, that's because I feel like that was the thing that broke the camel's back or whatever.
Actually, last one, read some more. I'm gonna get the fan.
Okay. It is warm in here. He moved the fan, but yeah, that's my feelings. I don't know, obviously, but I just feel like Rev hit the gym. Those are deep breaths. He was picking up really heavy stuff. That's why I couldn't grab it. I had to have him and his big muscles. And he was also rushing to grab it all to come back here to be with you guys. You should say thank you. Thank you, Rev. Joel with the 5. Hey, Straub, have you ever had banh mi? I actually have not.
I'm not either.
Banh mi. I've never had that before. I've heard of it. Yeah, that feels better.
Okay, I think that's
okay.
it.
He can have his
Everyone
model back
thank-
now.
Everyone thanks Straub.
Let's go.
What a wife. Filling in.
Thanks for grabbing that.
You're welcome.
I just have noodle arms, chat, and he has these big, strong arms.
Mm-hmm.
He looks
I
good.
got chud arms.
No, unironically, like, you look so good right now.
All right, get out of here.
Love you.
Love you. All right, guys, Dad's back. Playtime's over. You're now under strict treatment. Gabe with the 5 saying it depends, Rev. White rice is a compliment to other dishes and makes them not as salty. Fried rice is good by itself. Would you eat white rice by itself? Well, yeah, I'm a freak. Yeah, I would actually. I am a weird guy. Okay? I am a very weird guy. I will eat plain white rice. Yeah. That's right. Okay, you know what? Fair enough. White rice with hot sauce. I just need some hot sauce on it. That's it. If I got a little hot sauce on it, I'm good. Okay? I think that's fair. Alright, I think we're almost ready, guys. Oh, stop with the chats! Yo, Ibex with a 5 saying, hi, Straub. I saw you yesterday in Kirsch's chat when she covered it. Yes. She was there in Kirsch's stream when Kirsche was talking about this whole kerfluffle that we'll talk about. Don't you worry. I'm going to cover these guys and then we're going to get into some content. I'm not going to delay too much. Alejandro with another 5 saying, your voice changed again. Guys, really? Really? What? Oh, I'm sorry. I gotta keep the lore straight. Like, is it me with a voice changer? Is it Straub with the voice changer? I don't know what the lore and the delusions are these days. I might come back in and sit in the stream for a little while with chat. Of course. Of course. Demon time! With the 2 saying, wait, Rev doesn't canonically have a femboy body. No, sorry to disappoint you guys. No, I'm a hairy, burly man. Of course. JMH Mo Money with the 5 saying, other people can say whatever they want, but I will say this. You and Straub are a fantastic couple. Thank you very much, dude. I appreciate that very much. Very, very much. Oh, jeez. Obama with the 2 saying, congrats on your detransition, Rev. Thank you so much. It's good to be back. Guys. Excellent question. And last but not least, David Martinez with a 5 saying, I'll forgive the hot sauce comment if you meant chili oil. Okay, anyways, guys, all right, let's get back into the content for today. That's right. Ladies and gentlemen. We got a doozy. We got multiple things to talk about, okay? We got multiple things to talk about. Let me transition over here. No pun intended. Oh, wrong thing. Guys, we're off to a good start. There we go. Hello. There we go. Okay. Okay, guys. Also, we're 14 out of 20 on a total chud victory. I have an idea of what it's going to look like. I'll take suggestions in a little bit, but yeah, thank you guys for the supers. Make sure to like the stream. Become a member. That's a great thing. We're going to have a members-only stream soon. Gifting members if you're an Oiler. And yeah. And all of this goes to a good cause. Every super goes towards a good cause. Cause I like money. That's right. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I am that selfless that I will take all of that in for a good cause. Every super, every membership counts towards that. Thank you very much. Yep, he said the thing. He said the thing. Shill time. Well, in a second, okay? The real shill in just a second. Okay, nice pun, Dad. You're welcome. You're very welcome. Yo, Intimidator, welcome back, by the way. Thank you for the 2 saying, hey, Rev, hope you and Straub are having a good weekend. We are. Today was actually very chill. We went to Mass, had a very good time. Great time, actually. And just been working. There's a lot going on, okay? I can't keep up with all the topics and the drama, okay? Can't you just get sued by Ethan and raise money that way? Guys, you are my GoFundMe. Obviously. See there, right? Connor becoming a giga-revling, enabling my behavior. Just like that. Absolutely. Hey, Rev, can Patreon still ask Q&A questions? Yes, go ahead. I have to do that. There is that Q&A. I have everything that was up until like a week ago is already like together and ready to be answered. So go ahead. I'll go back and check if there's new ones. Yes, I've been meaning to do that. I got to get that done for Patreon. A little Q&A sesh. But yes, feel free to ask a question there. If you're in the Patreon. For sure. Yo, Billy Donuts. Thank you for giving out donuts, as per usual. Okay, so let's get into the first topic. It's what I talked about in my video today. We're gonna really divide this stream into 2 things, okay? We're gonna talk about the UwU Market stuff and a cancellation attempt against them. And then we're gonna talk about the Vex situation. And that'll probably take enough time anyways, right? Mr. Polska with the 10 PLN saying thoughts on pierogies. Greetings from Poland. Well, hello. Yeah, I know. Once again, Mr. Worldwide over here. Pierogies are great. Actually brings me back to my childhood. My grandmother would make them when I would visit. So yeah, definitely like them. For sure. Just joined. You didn't miss anything. You missed 26 minutes of me stalling. 26 minutes of me stalling. Cancellation attempt makes me think it didn't go well. No, it did not. As per usual, whenever I have an UwU Market or any sort of merch drop, someone either directly towards me or directly towards the company is trying to cancel them, and it just provides the greatest promotion opportunity ever. And that's what we're going to talk about. People are coming after UwU Market. For those who don't know, UwU Market makes merch. They're very big in the VTubing scene. They're kind of like the company. Like if you want merch as a VTuber, like you want to work with UwU Market, okay? And I've been working with them, and Straub's been working with them for like 4 years at this point, and they're giga based, like absolutely unfathomably based as a company, okay? I've had the opportunity to meet some of the people in person. They got my back, Straub's back, all the content creators. They know how to handle themselves. They know how to handle people with their BS attempts at policing behavior and canceling people. They know what they're doing. I trust them. And so when we come to situations like this, I got no worries. So, hail UwU Market. That's right. So what's going on here? Well, UwU Market is being targeted by, I'm sure one of your favorite content creators. Everyone's heard of this person, Kyle. Kyle is this guy right here who's got a bugaboo. He's got a little issue with UwU Market, making this post calling out UwU Market for working with grifters and trying to cancel them for working with grifters, while on the same post promoting their Twitch stream. Interesting tactic. Now, of course, when you have a situation like this, I immediately use it to my advantage. And we've already sold, I'd say around 10 plushies today, just because of this situation. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not already, the Rev UwU Market plushie is live. The campaign is a cookin', ladies and gentlemen. We are 225% funded. If you need a link, check the pinned comment. Go in there. Check out this Check out this 360 view on this little Revling right here. Look at this guy. I get my free shill here, guys. Look at this guy. Look at this little fella, okay? You know, we talk about people becoming members. When you become a member on this channel, what do you become? You become a Revling. But that's not just a name, that's a symbol. That's a Revling right there. That's a Revling. You can become a Revling and bring a Revling home. Can you imagine that? What an opportunity. Would you look this little guy in the eyes and say, "You're homeless? You got no home?" I think you guys are better than that. I think you guys are better than that. I think you're gonna bring this little Revling home. That's right. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the pinned comment. Go in there. Snag this guy right here. Snag your Revling. And bring it home. Because not only are you supporting this channel, you're making the most annoying people seethe. Absolutely seethe in jealousy. Rev, I've never seen your full model. Alright. If we get a red super at some point, I'll show off the full model. How about that? At some point during the stream. That is a full stream commitment. Okay? Okay. Sounds good. Let's get into the content. Okay? Mr. Kyle. Not happy with UwU Market. Okay? Makes this post tagging UwU Market saying, "I see you're hitting my business email to strike a partnership. It's a big opportunity, and I appreciate you looking out for the boy. But I don't work with companies that support grifters like Powder. If you ever start caring about real people, let me know. Maybe we can work something out. Till then, I'll figure it out on my own. No hard feelings, just standards. See ya." Well, that's interesting. I feel like this is a conversation that could have been handled in private, like maybe in an email response or something like that, right? No need for a public call out. Makes sense to me, right? That would be the mature thing, but instead this person is publicly tagging and calling out the whole company, including people by proxy who work with them, like me and Straub, who just re-entered the building.
Queen Chud has arrived.
Queen Chud. She has earned the label Queen Chud in this situation. But that's their deal. This could have been easily handled in private or just not at all. And also, they never showed any evidence that they did get an email. So that's interesting, but not really relevant. Trust me, in the grand scheme of things, it's not that important because this person really is the VTuber Karen. All right? They want to speak to your manager. This is not just a one-time thing for this person. They've been doing this to lots of companies. In the past month alone, they tried to go after FanFan, the streamer, who refused to censor the dreaded R word from her community. So, Keel decided to tag her sponsors and try to get them removed. Interesting. Then he tried to tag Via Lore, like the next day, the VTuber agency, calling out one of their talents for being transphobic. Now, the problem with that is, the talent they're calling out is the same person who owns the company they're tagging. So, I don't think that campaign went very well, this cancellation campaign, when you're trying to get the owner to cancel themselves. But then again, you'd have to actually do some research and know what you're talking about first. But let's go back to the post, okay? There's a lot going on here, including a mention directly of supporting grifters like Powder. Okay, we have another example of powder derangement syndrome, okay? There's, You know, for every post out there that's whining about me, there's probably one about powder, one about Kirsche or Leaflet or Straub or any of the wrong think people, you know? It's a common thing, and I also noticed that the person who made, it's the same person, who made this one, misspelled derangement. They're missing an E. And I didn't notice this for weeks. And you know what? I'm sticking with it, because I don't care. It's still funny. It's still funny to me, dang it! But of course, you know, Powder does the thing that VTubers do in this situation. When you're getting canceled and called out, oh, wait a second. Hold the buddy. He saw the video. Man. Wait. The last of the Chud final bosses has arrived. Look at how much work they need to do just to rival one sub 2K creator. Hi Rev, you parasite. I just know you are chomping at the bit to punch down on a smaller creator for the entertainment of your gross little cult.
That's you guys.
That's you guys. That's all of you. That's all of you. Is there anything like TOS when I like do show more here?
I can go look at it.
Actually, I can probably. Oh. All right. Well, it's not that interesting. Continues on saying. Hope you had fun digging through 10 years of tweets just to find crumbs for your laughable hit piece. I'd like to know how you had so much fun luring you all into this. It was legitimately one of the easiest things I've ever done. This little account has had over 1 million impressions in the last month purely because you lot couldn't help but direct your chud armies at me. You put in all this work, and yet who ended up trending?
He's crazy.
This guy literally thinks he's the Joker.
I'd like you to know that I've had so much fun.
This guy literally is. This guy's crashing out. This guy's lost his mind. Oh my goodness. This is, guys, this is a live update, okay? The video went live like 3 hours ago. I didn't know, like, he's blocked me. He's seen the video. He's responding. This is in real time. This guy's acting like a Disney villain, guys. He won. He won. He got the attention. He got impressions on Twitter. No, don't donate, David Martinez. Everyone, don't donate, okay? This guy won. It's a futile effort at this point. I can't win. I've gotten nothing out of this situation.
I mean, if you guys donate, that's just gonna prove that you're in a cult.
Yeah, it proves you're in a cult. You guys wouldn't want to be in a cult, would you? You wouldn't want to be in the Reveling cult. Obviously.
Oh.
But,
No, keep reading it, though.
Okay.
There's way more.
Where was I? You put in all...
I just read the last part.
Oh, jeez. It's getting more and more... Oh my gosh. This guy needs help.
Who is this guy?
Guys, stop the donations. You're embarrassing me. You're incriminating me. You're making me look like a cult leader.
They can't
stop.
See the idiot.
You are not. You guys are looking like really big chuds right now. I hope you know that you look like big old chuds right now. You look like a bunch of embarrassing chuds. Cultist chuds. Chud-brained, if you will. Let me continue on. I've seen it all. You guys can't see it all yet. You put in all this work, and yet, who ended up trending? Do you even realize how easy it is to manipulate every single one of you? By the way, no one with a brain is buying your awful plushies. Do you have any idea how desperate you sound? Brother, I sold like 10 plushies in like a couple hours because of farming you. What do you mean?
How many plushies have you sold, Kyle?
Yeah, where's your plushie, Keel? Where's your plushie, Keel? Guys, chuds, stop it. You guys look like a bunch of cultists right now. Slow down with the super chats, okay? You're embarrassing me. You're gonna make this look like it's some prosperity cult over here or something. If you super chat to me, like, you're gonna be getting good blessings. You're gonna be blessed as a chud. I'm blessing you as chuds. Sorry, Jesus. I'm joking. But anyways, the villain arc continues, saying, "Oh, jeez. By the way, oh wait, sorry, I messed up. I'm losing my place. Guys, my jimmies are rustled. I am flustered right now. Okay, I'm being owned so hard. Okay." Before I go, support LGBTQIA plus rights, free Palestine.
Letters, by the way, and
yeah, that's actually really offensive. That's chud behavior right there. You're missing several.
You're missing M.
You're missing some of the world buffs, man.
You're missing two.
Yeah.
Two spirit. Do you not care about the two spirit?
He doesn't. He doesn't. I care about the two spirit. What? Anyways, he says, before I go, support LGBTQIA plus rights, free Palestine, dismantle Israel, lolly is pedo, abolish ICE, impeach Trump, eat the rich, Black Lives Matter, stop climate change, just to name a few. And then it ends by saying, tell your wife I said go F herself. Well,
what did I do?
Yeah, what did my wife do? And also,
I didn't even make the video on
Chud's reporting in on that note. Ren, thank you for the $200 super chat saying, take my Chud bucks, my lord. Thank you very much. You are a prime Chud. You're a Sigma Chud. Everyone, 07's in the chat for this brave Chud for once again reinforcing this cult I've created, I guess.
You know, I'm really
very
happy
based
for him that he got all the impressions.
He got impressions. That's, hey, 200 smackaroos, 200 bones. That's a lot of impressions. I think that's about 200 million impressions. I would say maybe. But 07's in the chat. Thank you for that. Guys, that was a tsunami of chuds right there. That's... Also, I did promise I'll show off the full model if I got a red super, so I'll do that in a second, okay? So this guy just completely owned me, obviously. This is really bad. Honestly, this was not a good lead-in because, listen, he brings up every point, basically, here that I prove he's a hypocrite on. And telling my wife to go F herself.
That's just not very nice.
That's crazy work.
I'm a woman. Do you not support women?
Not if you think differently.
Especially telling me to go F myself. That's
not
like
classy.
SA or something on the internet. Like, I feel like I was assaulted by this guy.
That's crazy. That's crazy talk. But, yeah. Well, I'm glad you saw... and you blocked. But that's not going to stop us from doing the coverage. And I'll get to all your chuddy McChuddy super chats in just a minute. I had to hit the red. You can't ignore reds, okay? They take priority. I'm sorry. I know this probably makes me a grifter too, as well. But you got to stop when you get a red, okay? You just got to do it. It's common practice. But for those who weren't here, let's restart. Okay, let's restart real quick. Keel comes on to here, canceling UwU Market, says that they were reaching out for a sponsorship, but he's not going to work with them because they support grifters like Powder. Now, of course, Powder would respond by saying, thanks for promoting my merch. They recently reached out to work on another project with me, but I'm still deciding what's best for my people. And Keel, champion of women's rights, says, oh hey, I know you. You're that effing loser that chuds pay to pretend to agree with them. I hope the thought of weird, stinky Nazis off to you keeps you up at night. Now, I want to have an honest discussion with you guys. When are we gonna ever, treat those sorts of comments for what they are, and it's like sex pest behavior? Why are you talking to someone like that? Why are you including this weird sexual part down here besides the aggressive, slanderous first part? But why this? Why do you feel comfortable saying that to a stranger, a woman on the internet? Like, literally channeling his inner Muujin. Like, Muujin's fantasizing about this, like, scenario where Powder's dating black men behind the scene. And then you got Kyle thinking about this scenario her fans are doing. What's going on here? When are we going to call it for what it is? It's very weird and very disturbing behavior. But at the end of the day, what are we talking about? The post is about grifters. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you what grifting looks like. I mean, if it wasn't obvious already, the guy's bragging about impressions in response to my video. He responded to his thread by immediately promoting his Twitch, which is the classic, what do you want to call it, slacktivism, grifting, whatever, where you say, oh, I'm doing this thing because I'm doing what's morally right, and then you promote yourself in the replies, not even trying to hide that this is a big self-promotion. And then they reply by saying, this one really made y'all mad, which means it served its purpose. Smiley face. It's the classic, guys. I'm not owned. I'm not owned. I continue to insist as I slowly shrink and transform into a corn cob. This is one of my favorite tweets of all time, by the way. And it's all the way back to 2011. Different time on the internet. But let's keep exploring, okay? And we already got the update with the impressions, but someone said 6 viewer Andy thinks a merch company gives a crap what he thinks. I think they'll get over losing your single sale, buddy. And Keel says, one of us has 500,000. No, actually, it's not 500,000. It's now tipping to 1,000,000 impressions in under 1 month on Twitter. And emails begging to join their service. No proof provided, of course. But I saw a different tweet where they were mogging on someone with their Twitter analytics. I have never seen anyone in the history of the internet, I'm going to be honest, flex Twitter impressions. This isn't even like, this isn't V-tweeter behavior. This is advanced V-tweeter behavior right here. This is next level. Twitter impressions? Goodness. Goodness. And then, if we have some more goofery here, they quote themselves saying, "You did it, kid," with a video celebrating the fact that there is a Twitter AI summary of them and their situation. Now, for those who don't know, on Twitter, if you go to like the search section, it'll give you like a list, like typically 3 stories you might want to check out. And it gives an AI summary of that story. And it's always related to what you're looking at. So if you're looking at like a controversy or drama, that's what's it's gonna provide you with an AI summary. So this guy is in the middle of it. He's responding to everyone talking about it and replying to his tweet. Of course there's gonna be an AI summary. But he wants attention that badly. This is a win. Getting an AI summary, that was the victory. And of course, it's AI generated. And this guy hates AI and constantly virtue signals about people using AI, but is bragging about AI giving him attention. You can't make this up. Hypocrisy is going to be a theme of this situation, ladies and gentlemen. Now, here's another reply. Someone saying, complains that Powder is a grifter while grifting on X. Classic. And Keel says, yes, because spreading word about a crappy merch company is grifting caught me red-handed. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if it wasn't obvious already, from the past and the present, that this is all about impressions and getting attention, not about doing the right thing, let's show you what grifting looks like, okay? It's a buzzword on the internet that is misused. But it's someone doing something and doing the other for monetary gain, okay? This guy has Twitter Blue. See this blue check mark? That means he pays for Twitter. He's paying Elon about $10 a month so that he can make ad revenue. Okay? You're part of the program here, and you get a little cut. And for those who don't know, the cut on Twitter is atrocious. If you're farming all day, you'd be better off working an hour at McDonald's than farming Twitter all day for impressions. I don't even know what else to tell you. But this guy has had an opinion about blue badges, about Twitter Blue, paying for Twitter. In the past, saying having Twitter Blue is conservative branding. Well, he just said some disparaging things about Trump, but buddy, I thought that was a conservative branding mark. Why do you have a blue check mark then? But he says, anytime I see a check mark, I know I'm about to see the dumbest effing opinion known to man. Wow. This website is literally just a bunch of vapid Twitter Blue users farming engagement through the same low-effort BS. Huh. Another one. That's it. I've had it. I installed an extension to block every single paid Twitter Blue user. Oof. No self-awareness. And, this person is also very progressive. You saw their heart-wrenching soliloquy on Twitter about all their values they stand for. They said they stand for the LGBTQIA+. Look at that. I just did that off the dome, okay? I missed a few letters, but they say they're an ally, and they made it very clear that they support. They'll do whatever, right? Well, unless it means farming Twitter impressions. Back in 2023, they joined in on the Hogwarts Legacy Harassment campaign, where they said Twitter Blue is a direct line to another famous anti-trans billionaire dweeb. So they think that having Twitter Blue paying Elon Musk is hurting trans people. 1 month later, Happy International Trans Day of Visibility. I will fight for you until the day I die. Well, I guess trans people aren't too visible to this guy anymore because he bought Twitter Blue afterwards and basically went back on his entire word on this situation. So completely and utterly hypocritical. But that's just the beginning, folks. That's just the beginning. There's some more crash outs in the past about Twitter Blue, saying if I see one more dumb F blue check with a name like blah 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 that can't spell, I'm gonna do something drastic. Gonna do something drastic? What does that mean? What are you gonna do? Well, they post this. You know, I would assume this is a meme, but this person is very unhinged, okay? For someone trying to preach about all these progressive values, you know, I always do the same thing. I just search Charlie Kirk on these accounts, and wouldn't you know, Keel celebrated the assassination of Charlie Kirk, celebrated wife now being widowed, children now growing up without their father because he didn't like Charlie Kirk's political opinions. But this is the side-to-side comparison that will really just blow your minds, and this is what I genuinely believe is proof of radicalization over the course of years. Back in 2018, and this is, I guess, what he's referring to me scrubbing 10 years for tweets. This is the only old one, by the way. Everything else is from the last, couple years. In 2018, he tagged XXX which, by the way, at this point, he's dead. I'm not trying to be morbid, but tagging, are you hoping he's gonna see it? I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but it's a little weird. This is some clout demon behavior. They're mourning the death of XXX and saying he didn't deserve to die. Now, of course, nobody deserves anything like that, but at the end of the day, for those who don't know, regardless of his music, he was on trial before he died for beating his girlfriend, something that he admitted to in audio recordings. He was beating her senseless and was completely unapologetic about it. He extends grace to him, but then fast forward to 2025 and he's dancing on the grave of Charlie Kirk because Charlie Kirk had opinions he didn't like. That is what we call radicalization. That's what being terminally online does to a person. That's the switch up. That's the switch up. But you know what? It really hasn't changed. Here's a tweet from 2023 where Keel is telling Kid Rock to off himself. Why would someone say this? What did Kid Rock do in this? Well, he was boycotting Blue Light, the beer company, where Kid Rock used his AR on a stack of Blue Light bottles. Obviously, not harming anybody, making a statement because they went woke. And, well, that whole movement worked. It cost billions for Blue Light. And apparently, boycotting is worthy of having to off yourself, according to this very progressive individual. Now we're going to move over to Chibi Reviews, who obviously, this is the post that's relevant. This was like the super viral one where he was talking about all the bad stuff happening in his life. Obviously, very tough time for the guy. Kyle would call him a predator and a grifter, which is quite hypocritical, the grifter label. All over fictional content, of course. Bud Light, not... Did I say Blue Light?
You did.
Blue Light. Guys, have you heard about the Blue Light boycott? It's crazy. Bud Light. My bad. Bud Light. Anyways. So this is all over fictional content. And someone says, hey man, can you please tell the difference between fiction and real life and stop watering down the terms? And Kyle calls that person a predator for knowing the difference between fiction and reality, and then says, keep yourself safe. Now, what do the first letters of these three words spell out? It's KYS, which means to off yourself. So they're calling someone a predator for knowing the difference between fiction and reality, and then telling them to off themselves. Interesting choice. Because Keel proudly admits that they loved the anime Call of the Knights. Now, in the tweet about me responding to my video, they talked about lollies being for predators, which I guess they're assuming, they're treating fiction like reality. Well, this guy said Call of the Knights was a serene show and the most beautiful show he's ever seen. A show that has fan service and romance scenes between a character in her 30s and a 14-year-old. Buddy, what does that make you by your own standards? Incredible levels of hypocrisy, Keel. But how could we not get through this without a little Asmongold derangement syndrome as well? Straub is there? Yes, Straub is there. She's typing up a storm. What are you doing?
I just made a little tweet.
You made a tweet.
I just told Kyle that wasn't very nice, and then if anyone wanted to buy one of my plushies because I'm very desperate for sales, they could find them below.
That's a very, very good response. It's a very good response. Yeah, Straub's been here for the last bit. She's just been typing. She's been making a tweet. She's still here.
I'm just listening.
Yes. But anyways, we got some Asmongold derangement syndrome in a very morbid tweet from Keel saying, at Asmongold, your dad would be ashamed of the Nazi his son has become. Glad he's not around to have to watch you make a fool of yourself. Well, first of all, that's very morbid to say you're glad his father is dead. That's not right. That's terrible. And also, you're given this label of Nazi to Asmongold. buddy, you're celebrating political violence. You're wishing harm on people over different political views. You want people silenced and their sponsorships disrupted and their lives even put at risk over different opinions. Who sounds more like that label? This guy or Asmongold? Like, what are we talking about? And making a fool of yourself, buddy, you are making a fool of yourself regularly, to the point where you got to take breaks from Twitter because you're getting so angry that you're afraid you're going to eventually take it out on people you care a lot about. I think it's time to log off at that point, like, genuinely. But again, all this has to do with UwU Market. This guy's shaming Asmongold for how he's behaving online, for what? Having values that you don't agree with? And here you are crashing out on Twitter for the last 15 years, violently in some cases, and now you're starting a campaign against UwU Market for what? Clearly attention, and attention you shall receive. And, well, Straub would actually respond, quoting the original post, calling this all out, saying, trying to drag a good company that has done nothing but try to support VTubers into your petty internet drama is very lame. Now, that was a very Chudley response, very aggressive, very inappropriate, but she did reply by promoting her plushie. That's how you do it. That's how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. And she is sitting at over 150% funding. If you want to drop the link.
Yeah, I'll drop.
She's going to drop the link to her plushie in the chat if you want to check that out as well. This is the based response. He deleted the post. Of course he did. Well, I guess this is why... Wait, who's farming who now? I thought I got farms. Man. But anyways.
Wait, who deleted what post?
I think the initial post. But...
Oh, I don't think so. No, I think it's because he has me blocked.
Oh. Okay, yeah. So I pointed this out, okay? And now it's double true. It's doubly true, okay? So Keel, in his post that Straub quoted here, is not visible. So you're like, what's going on here? Why is it not visible? It's still up. Why is it not visible on her end? Well, it's because he blocked her immediately. Which is ironic because he says, it's gratifying when I block you and you got a screenshot and post my reply out of context just to feel like you won something. So what did Kyle do in response? He blocked Straub, screenshotted her tweet, and then took it out of context. Well, I guess this is in context. But then whines about it saying, uh-oh, we upset Queen Chud with this one. Well, if she's Queen Chud, guess who the King Chud is over here?
I take it
this
with
guy.
honor. I take the title with
and
honor.
I see all of you, everyone, all of you Chuds, rise up. Rise up. Report 07s in the chat if you are a Chud and you are proud. I saw of your donos earlier, your super chats. We will read them. Hopefully, it's a lot. We got a whole half of a story to get to today. But Chuds, report in. Be loud and proud. That's right, King Chud. And we have achieved a Chud victory, by the way. And you know what? I think it's time. Is it time? Actually, let me finish this story and then let me finish this one and I will equip myself with the Chud equipment and we'll do this. Okay? So if you are wondering, by the way, if Straub truly is a Chud, we can confirm there is a Google spreadsheet. Someone made a Google spreadsheet with hundreds, if not thousands of VTubers listed. And if you visit said list, Straub is in fact listed as a Chud.
It's true.
It's true. Now I like the concept of a lean woke or lean Chud. It implies the existence of a fat Chud or a fat woke, which is pretty funny, but Straub is in fact a Chud.
I am a chud. I am a Christian having unwavering devotion.
There you have it, folks. And the proof of her being a chud, well, there's no actual reason. It's just a link to her YouTube channel, which, you know, as you can see, filled with chud activity, like some upcoming streams like Where Does Jesus Fit into the Culture War? Or celebrating another year on the planet. Very chudly behavior. Wait a second, ladies and gentlemen. You're gonna get me accused of being a grifter again. Ren! I'm standing and saluting everyone. 07's in the chat.
What?
Ren with the $100 super chat. Stand at attention. The $100 super chat saying, I love farming. It helps Chudshire prosper. That's right, all of you out there. You are helping the Chudshire prosper with your super chats, with your memberships, with your likes, with your subscriptions. Subscribe to the channel. It's free, ladies and gentlemen. Become a Chud today and help the Chudspire prosper. We got to create a Chudspire. What that looks like, I'm not sure. But thank you so much for $100 donation right to the dome. Ren, thank you very much. I appreciate that. And again, we'll get to the other supers, but we got to get to the Reds. Okay, the Reds, they got to take priority. It's too crazy to ignore, right? But here's the Chudette herself, Queen Chud, Straub. And Kyle would then quote himself by saying, update, a second plane has hit the towers. Kiel versus the Chud final bosses. Just showing a reply to Powder, but the same reply where Kiel is crafting a scenario about, I'm not even saying it. Weird flex, but okay. You picked a fight with her and now she responded. Interesting tactic, ladies and gentlemen. But that's pretty much it for this situation. Great way to promote the Rev plushie. This has been a total Chud victory, ladies and gentlemen. An absolute Chudly victory. Pin comment with the link to the Revling here. Go and grab it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for the continued support on this campaign. But that is topic 1. We're done with Kiel. Okay? We're going to shift gears.
Is that how it's said on some show?
South Park. That's how Cartman says it.
Right.
Shut up, Kiel. Yep. But that is it. That's it for Kiel.
Good.
He's protected as a... No, he didn't.
What?
Let's see. No.
No, he's public.
No, he's public. Come on, guys.
He has to get his impression.
Yeah, he's got to get the impressions. What are you talking about?
It.
Jeez Louise.
Guys.
All right. Well, we're going to switch over to the next topic for today. But I'm going to pop open this right here. We're going to read some donos because we are... Oh my goodness. Straub, would you like to read some donos for a minute while I rest my voice?
Yeah.
Straub is going to read. I'm going to turn on a light in here because it's very dark.
I read.
My throat is very that doesn't sound right.
Move your chair.
There you go.
I'm coming in. Okay.
You could have just used my chair.
Well, I didn't want to. I like using my chair. It's better than yours.
She's going to read the donos, so be very nice.
You got a lot to go through.
I know. There's a lot of chuds.
Okay. Ahem. $2 Australian. I don't know if they're called dollars there. From Zero. Loves from the CCP. Enjoy your day,
the
Rev.
Chinese Communist Party.
Oh.
One of my many handlers. Don't worry. It's okay. It's cool.
I was reading it and I was like, I don't know if this is like a bad thing. I don't know.
No, you're good.
5 from Lander. Sorry, got called away to get groceries with my dad, and I'll have to get up again for DoorDash dinner. But I am here, good sir. And Straub. Let's go! Mr. Burns with the 5. Bruh, do not give us ASMR like that. ASMR stream win. ASMR. David Martinez with the 5. Are we sure this guy isn't a dwarf with a Napoleon complex with how much hate he has for the knife ears?
You know what? Never interrupt your enemies when they're making a mistake. That is a lesson that was learned today.
Ivex with the 5. CFHF.
Wait.
I don't know what that is. Gross little cult. We are at least average sized with a lot of personality.
You guys are big in spirit. That's right.
Funky with the 5. Is those pounds? I always get those mixed up. I'm in a chud cult. I know your chat always makes fun of you for that. Rev, aka Straw, turned off her voice changer.
Now, yeah. I'm tired of being embarrassed.
5 from the Funky, the Chud cult. Thank you. 5 from Where Schniffer. Sorry to see you go. I hate to see you go, but I love to watch her leave with that honky tonk. Badonk. Had you ever heard that song before you met me?
Yes, everyone's heard that song.
Well, I didn't know.
That's like...
Wait, okay. 2 from Demon Time.
How is mine higher?
That's what I'm saying. You can get higher than me.
Embarrassing.
Demon Time.
You can read a couple
all
more.
All hail the Chud King and Queen. Thank you. Demon Time.
Guys, I've been doing so much yapping. Yesterday's video was almost 50 minutes. Like, what's up with that?
Demon Time. I can't get any higher than that. I don't know what to tell you. Demon Time.
Read the chats, woman.
I'm going. 2 from Kev, W cult leader.
Read faster.
5 from Cad Bear. I'm gonna make Kool-Aid for our little group.
Yeah, we're a very dedicated group.
Don't put anything weird in the Kool-Aid. 10 from Dragonborn Castle, and here I thought that I had issues. Oh, chat, we all have issues. We're all crazy down here. Mail-in RG with the 100 DOP, the Chud Club.
Nice.
That's us. And 0 with the 2, Cult Gang.
Rise up.
Running the train with a 10. I pledge my... Sorry, I don't have a soul. Take this money instead. Holy
Everyone's
leader,
got a soul, and we'll help you save it.
You have a soul, and it is loved. Thank you for the 10. Cream Monarch, thank you for the 5. Cult? What cult? You're crazy.
Yeah, there's no cult here.
You're crazy. You're making things up. You're cuckoo. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Quackpot with the 5. Being called a gross cultist is the nicest thing said to me this year. That's so sweet. You know, I feel like you
can catch up.
I am catching up.
Feel like what?
I was gonna say I feel like that was not a very nice thing that was said to me.
No.
Age Robin with a 5. Stupid chat, you're making me look bad.
Stupid chat, you're making me look bad. Do you know what that's from?
No.
It's Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Oh, yeah!
You zoomer.
He kicked the chair and it like scared me. I watched Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Absolute
I
chorus.
watched Courage the Cowardly Dog a tiny bit, but I'm going to be honest with you.
You have embarrassed this family.
Hear me out. I'm going to be honest with you. Courage the Cowardly Dog scared me a lot as a child. It was like terrifying. Like it was really scary. That was really scary for a kid's show. I'm just saying. I'm surprised my mom even let me watch it when I did.
That's true.
Because she wouldn't let me watch The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
I know. Because
it was demonic. Koner with the 5. He's just shy. Ooh. His XP bar is just low.
So true.
It's just low. I'm sorry. I'm just shy. Ooh. I didn't mean to have such a low XP bar.
You smell nice.
You smell nice. Sly Rye with the 2. All hail cult leader Rev. Obviously. Dauntless Hillbilly with the 10. Command me, Lord. Oh my gosh. Okay, wait, where are we at? There's still so many.
Oh, jeez.
You're good. Chibi with the 30. DKK. What have I missed today? What has he missed today?
Well, actually, you can really get a recap of what we talked about in the video today.
Yeah.
More concise. It wouldn't take an hour and 14 minutes.
Yeah.
It took 22 minutes. But
Yeah.
the new stuff is next. The new stuff is next, so.
Nate with the 10. Viva la revolution!
Woo!
Rev your engines. Rev up those fryers.
That's right.
Mr. Memetic. Mr. Memetic with the 2. They're so rude. They didn't even give link to shop.
Very rude. Made us work.
I know. It's not very nice. Now, David, this one was naughty. I'm not going to read this out loud, but thank you for the 5. Powder doesn't deserve this.
No.
We're moving on. Corbin with the 10. How much are the Rev and Straub plushies? I want to get one of both. So husband and wife are together in plush form.
Aww.
But I don't want to leave stream yet. Aw, you're good. The plushies are... So you pledge only $3, but then I think the total is like $39 for the total.
Pledge.
I'm pretty sure... Here, you have to continue. Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure it's $39.
Yeah.
Like, altogether.
Yeah.
Or no, okay, it's not.
That's
it's
right
$31.99.
There you go.
I'm dyslexic.
There
I
you
can't
go.
read. Yeah, so you pay $2.99 now, and then they charge the remaining
It wasn't even on the screen
$31.90.
anyway, so
No,
like,
it wasn't, but you freaked out, so
Well,
I wanted...
you know what I mean.
I had to keep you safe.
Yes.
Raymo with the 5. LOL blocked you before you could reply. Weak behavior.
By their own standards.
I can smell this guy's desire to be accepted from here.
I mean, unironically, this guy needs to take a break.
This dude loves his impressions. I'm happy for him.
Well, he's made a bad impression today.
He lured us in chat. He lured us in like a little.
All a part
little
of
rat
my
in his
elaborate
trap.
scheme.
Like a little bug in his
It
web.
reminds me of the short.
A little fly in his web.
It's the smiling friends. Yes, it was all part of a ruse, you see. This was all part of my ruse, my elaborate plan. I used $700,000 on animatronics to convince you that this was all just a part of my Twitter scheme.
I was mouthing as he was talking.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Obama!
Obama with the 2. Woke boys have a hate bone for Powder. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people don't like her apparently on the woke side, which I mean, yeah, woke people don't like any of us.
Yeah. They don't like any of you.
The woke people don't even like me, and apparently I'm a liberal feminist, according to a lot of chuds.
You're a chameleon.
I don't know what I am. Hideki with the 5. Jokes on this guy, because we actually agree with the majority of Powder's takes. Okay. Demon time? Rev, if Hassan has taught us anything, the crazies will excuse anything as long as they say the right thing.
The right thing.
Thank you for the 5.
Place.
Demon time.
Place.
Patience with the 10. I support women unless they have wrongthink. Mujin. Kyle XCVI. Also have some chud bucks.
Thank you for the chud bucks.
Yummy chud bucks.
We're getting close.
Every time I read Kyle is like the end of his name, I want to say it's like XQC for some reason. It's XCVI.
Reminds me of Elon Musk's kid's name, whatever the one is. His name's like XYQ.
Trauma Tuna with the 10. The fact that this Kyle character tweeted back at UwU Market stating that he doesn't want to partner with them instead of just responding to an email just shows how vapid and hollow and performative he is. Yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty much like...
You know, like that meme, it's like this all could have been handled by a DM. Yeah, it could have been handled by an email. Or nothing. Just nothing.
0 now with the 2. When are we going to bring back public humiliation?
Not soon enough.
Well, Rev's stream, this is just basically like people are getting put on Rev's stream and it's kind of like public humiliation. Everyone's laughing. Just saying. Rolando with the 5. The child is attention starved. This is what happens when you have parents who don't know how to love their children. That's sad. I hope everyone...
Chat, let me know if this fan is distracting. I upped the level.
I think the fan is fine.
I think it's fine.
I hope that everyone can have parents that love them,
Yes.
even if they annoy me. I still hope they
Even
have...
if they produce little chuds like me and Strom.
Running the train with a 5. No, he's just afraid he will say what he really thinks about the people he cares about.
Many such cases.
Lander with the 5. Seriously doubt that Kyle really cares about anyone. The first time someone in his close circle disagrees with him even a little, he would heel turn on them.
Absolutely.
Also many such cases, unfortunately. People have no, what's the word?
Consistency.
Well, yeah, but,
standards.
Loyalty.
Loyalty.
There is no loyalty on the internet. It's sad. Claw with the 10. Lilith from Dark Stalkers said, "Shut up, Kyle," while imitating Eric Cartman. Guy's a poser farming engagement while being a political stereotype. Also, all hail King and Queen Chud.
We have another Chud moment. We need some 07s in the chat.
Ren!
I am standing already, but I'm standing on my tippy toes to give an extra salute.
Do you want to read this one?
Sure. Ren with the 50 saying, "Woke, they say. Why do wake up at the crack of dawn to pay respects to our Chud Kingdom's national anthem?"
What is the Kingdom's national anthem?
Oh, Chud Kingdom. I don't know. I was going somewhere with that. We'll work on it, chat.
We'll work on it.
But Ren, thank you very much for another $50. That is a pink super chat. We settled that.
I'm glad that you can see now.
Thank you very much.
I'll
And
need a
yes,
couple more.
07s. Couple more were caught up. Then we're going to talk about the
Lander
Vex
with the
situation.
2.
I promise.
Rev's chat, look at me now. I'm the Chud now.
Woo!
Chud.
Look at me. Look at me. I am the Chud now.
Oh, yeah, that's what he
She
does.
doesn't get any references.
Oh, whenever you said
and the thing
it.
is, too, she's seen most of these. She just doesn't remember them.
I'm the captain now. I do know it. I just wasn't thinking about it.
Uh-huh.
Demon time with the 2. Oh, a wise man ignores morons. A wiser one profits.
Dang.
It's all
that
about-
goes hard.
It's all about knowing when to do it, huh?
Correct.
Sometimes it's not worth it. Sometimes it is worth it. It all depends.
Yes.
Kai Thompson with the 5. Hey there, just wanted to let you know that this stream has been acquired by the glorious British Empire.
Not again.
Pedro with the 5. Rev, how much to tell Straub to make you a sandwich on stream? Bro, I'll do that for free.
She does that for free. She does.
I do
she's
it all
like-
the time.
Like a couple days ago, she made me like this absolutely banger chicken salad sandwich. A little bacon in there, some pickles. She toasted it with some cheese.
He's been wanting it.
And I was like in the middle of work. I was stressing because I was trying to get the stream ready, and she brought it up, and I was hungry, and I just could eat there and set things up. She's a great wife. She's an amazing wife.
I like to cook for you. It makes me
We're a
happy, even if
team.
it's just a sandwich. It's nice. It's nice to do something nice for someone that you love, not even just your husband or wife.
Very true.
Two Tail with the 2.
Perfect.
Strab says desu.
Strab.
It's many such
Starting
cases.
Strab.
Strab, starb,
Storb.
storb. Hideki with the 5. Here's my entry fee for the Chud Club. When should I expect my membership card so I can proudly show it when a Quango approaches? I still don't know what a Quango is.
A Quango is just a word for woke people, Twitter freaks, whatever you want to call them, modern audience. It's a catch-all.
Okay.
I'm glad you kind of like you said it right.
Quango?
Quango.
I've heard people say it many times now, so
Let's keep
it
it going.
Saimi with the 2. It's weird seeing Rev model with girl voice.
Does it feel right or wrong, guys? That's the thing.
I feel like it feels wrong to me. I was saying that earlier.
And that's funny.
Traumatuna with the 5. I love that Rev is a smiling Friends fan. How sad is he that the show is ending?
I made a video, if you guys are wondering, and I titled it,
Yeah, you did.
"I'm Not Smiling, friends. Period.
That was like clever.
That was a sad day, but you know what? Honestly, big props for them to
respect
going out on top.
Yeah,
I love that. Actually,
they didn't want to drag it out and make it something that it wasn't supposed to be.
Respect for that.
It's a great show, I will say. And I'm not
I got her to enjoy it.
And I'm not even someone who's super into like a lot of shows like that.
That's my sense of humor.
Yeah, but I will say Smiling Prince was very funny to me.
She loves Pim.
Yeah, Pim is my favorite. Demonling with the 5. I believe Straub was a centrist. Shoot me if you don't like my opinion.
You're pretty much right.
I mean, I see both sides on a lot of things. I don't really feel like I'm a centrist, though, just because, like, I don't know. I definitely lean right, just because, like, I'm pro-life, and I feel like that alone will get you, like, shot out of the middle.
I feel like you'd be, all of us would be considered in the center, like, 20 years ago.
I was literally gonna say, it's just because things are just different now.
Yes.
Like, if you looked, like, 15, 20 years ago, like, yeah, I'm just a normal person.
Now we got all these quangos out there, and it's just ruining it for us normal chuds.
I'm sorry that I'm so normal. It really bothers people. Thanks for the 5, though. Katra with the 10. Kyle bashing the plushies just made me plan to order after work. LOL. Even more so for Straubs because I'm a rare cat furry who isn't a radical progressive, and the design is similar to my persona. Let's freaking go!
I've gotten multiple comments like that recently.
You know
I'm
what?
Glad people from the Sonic communities, the furry communities, who else? There was something else. There was one other one recently, and it's like, oh, Pokemon. People are like, you know what? I'm like a pariah in my corner, and it's good to have some normalcy going on. And yeah, you're welcome here. You have a home.
This is the home for all the weirdos that are actually normal people.
Weirdos with a heart of gold and some rational sense.
And rational sense, yeah, right. People who basically can also agree to disagree, because that's something that's like not, you can't do that anymore. It's wrong to think, it's bad. How dare you question the narrative. Lander with the 5, no one expects the Chud Inquisition.
Do you get that reference?
No.
Just
what? What is it?
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
What is that from?
Oh, babe, you just gotta keep going. Just hope there's no more references.
Hideki with the 5. Give me a reference I know. Hideki with the 5. You mean the sandwich that you forgot to put the chicken salad in, Straub? No. I put extra chicken salad on the side because I had extra and my man needed more protein. Mm-hmm. And he doesn't like chips and stuff unless it's like protein chips. Mm-hmm. But like if I'm going to give him a sandwich, like he doesn't like a big lunch. Like he's either going to have a bag of protein chips and maybe a mozzarella stick or two, like a string cheese, or he's going to have like a single sandwich, but then I give him extra on the side because I love him and he needs to eat more because he's in the gym. And yeah, I love my man. My ear trumpet with the gifted sub.
Always the consistent gifted sub every
Let's
stream.
go.
Very base, thank you.
We're almost done, chat, and then you can just get rid of me. We're Schniffer. Also, you got the sub.
You're fired. You're fired.
Demon time with the 5. This just in. Rev canceled for treating his wife like a wife. Makes her make a sandwich of her own free will.
There's that Asmongold clip. We gotta react to it together.
Bro, I literally get to like do whatever I want my entire day. I could stream, I could not stream. I could lay in bed all day long. I could go outside. I could go hang out with my friends.
You sound oppressed.
Because my husband works and provides for me, so the least I can do is make him a sandwich. What, like it's hard?
Based?
Come on now. Obama with the 2. Bronies represent.
Obama, you rascal.
You guys. Okay, 2 more. You guys keep coming in. Lander with the 2. Feel your pain, Rev. Show her Monty Python, please.
Yes, and then the next one related.
I've never seen that.
Next one related.
We're about to get to the Vex stuff. And then Claw also said with the 2, thank you, Rev, watch Monty and the Holy Grail with your wife. Have you seen those?
Yes. I remember watching with friends when I was like 13. I was at a baseball tournament the first time I saw it. So with all the baseball bros, and it was an experience.
Well, there you go.
I think every guy, everyone, but especially guys, you got to watch Monty Python.
My job is done here, chat.
100%. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
My voice is a little bit struggling.
You need
today.
to do your vocal exercises.
I know. I had to go to the doctor like a year and a half ago.
Yeah, you're good.
Because my throat was so like I couldn't get through streams.
They put an entire thing down his nose and.
It was not pleasant, chat. They put things in my nose. Things I don't want ever back. I can close
I could barely watch it happening. I can't imagine.
I can't deal with like. There's certain things that really gross me out. That is something that really grosses me out. Okay. I don't want anything in my nose. Okay. It's me, guys. I know you're so disappointed that your favorite streamer has left.
I'm still here. I'm just gonna take a back seat.
I'm just loading up the tweets because you guys know my computer is poopy.com. It's gonna take
a new one though.
Yes. Yes, but the way you guys are doing these super chats, yeah, we will be getting a new PC. This is actually like a problem. But I got half loaded up so far. We're almost there. Hold on, chat. I want to make sure this is smooth. But wait a second. But wait! There's more! Stand and salute 07's in the chat. Ren with the 50 with the pink super chat saying, Neuro taught me a new word. Deneotology. Basically, logical morality, which I realize fits me well. Well, maybe not her, since she mentioned word YouTube doesn't like, not your fault, right after, regardless of what people believe in, I just don't get Twitter/Reddit. Well, that's because you're a sane human being. That's why you don't understand it. It's very hard to understand how off the rails people can be. I think that's a very normal thing. I think it's normal to look at places like Twitter and be like, what on earth is going on? These people are all deranged. And then I'm going... You rascal. I have to do this, and you know what you're doing, Rocket.
He's not doing anything on purpose. He can't help being from Argentina.
He can't help being from Argentina.
He can't help being Argentinian.
I'll still do the side scrollers, but developers. Rocket with the 5,000 Argentinian pesos saying, here's my humble contribution to the new PC funds. Well, as per usual, I thank you very much for that, and you never have to apologize for having a currency that YouTube loves to glaze up. Thanks again, Rocket. I appreciate it. Developers! Alright, we're almost there. I need like 30 more seconds.
Back stuff, guys.
I know, sorry.
Patience is a virtue.
That's $500. That'd be $500 if it was like yen or something. It looks crazy. I still, aesthetically, I like it. I like your laugh.
You need the orange.
I know, but that's for the quartering stream.
I know, but it's
just
so funny.
Coming up.
Well, I bet it tastes as good.
Well, so I did an alt channel video of that, and all of my comments were like, no, but seriously, Rev, what is she doing with those oranges? I was laughing so hard reading them this morning. Okay, last one, and we're going to actually talk about stuff. Let me switch over. This is how I'm actually going to promise that we're going to talk about things. Here we go. So, next topic. There we go. For the people who are like, geez, we're actually going to talk about this finally. Finally. We will talk about the Vex situation now. I'll read this last super chat, and we are good to go. Lander with the 5 saying, I swear chat just donates to throw off Straub and Rev's trains of thought. Really? Really? How'd you know? How did you know? Oh, well, here we go. Demon time. Oh, that one hurt. That one hurt. Demon with the 5 saying, speaking of Neuro, after playing Pragmata, I want to see a stream where Vito plays the main game while Neuro does the hacking stuff. A fun mess. That's actually a golden idea. That's a really good idea. In fact, they should have a game. Someone should develop a game based on their dynamic, similar to Pragmata. Am I wrong? That does sound really cool. That could actually work. That could actually work. And Lander with the 2 saying, dang, anime girl on the left image would... How about you hold on to those thoughts until we get through the story, okay? Awesome, I'm glad you're covering it. Yes. Yes. And there's going to be a lot more, I have a feeling. I feel like today is just like a primer for what's to come. Because Asmongold has weighed in on this situation, although, you know, a little bit briefly. But, yeah, there's a lot to be said here. And I'm going to be a bit, you know, I'm not trying to get too in-depth here. Too deep into things, because there is personal stuff. And we always got to be careful. Jeez Louise, dude. What are we doing, chat? Everyone, rise up and give me some 07s in the chat. What are we... Is this another one of those streams, guys?
Apparently.
We just talked about distracting me. And you got friendly neighborhood oil man. Could you even craft a better name for someone who just dropped a $200 super chat saying, stuck in the Middle East, but they finally approved my hazard pay. Take my money for the new PC, my guy. You are doing an amazing service. I am saluting you. Everyone in the chat, big salutes. 200 bones straight to this dome from your friendly neighborhood oil man. I'm glad you got out of the Oiler convention and found the time to come into the stream. Thank you so much to you and everyone else going absolutely crazy in the stream. As usual, thank you guys. I promise. What are we doing?
I don't know if you saw that, but just a slight clarification.
Okay. But wait! There's more! Patrick with the $100 super chat. 07's in the chat for another red super saying, are we speed running the new PC fun for Rev and Straub? And Straub? Well, actually, I mean, yeah. At this point, you're like my co-host.
Yeah.
So it is our computer. That's right.
I'm a co-host.
Thank you very much for the 100 smackaroos, Patrick.
Look at it.
Look at it. Look at it. You must look at it.
What is that from? That's from SpongeBob.
Yes. Look at it. Look at it. You will die if you don't look at it. That's the episode where he's like, you know, a SpongeBob thinks he's ugly.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like showing SpongeBob around. Look at it. All right, guys. Thank you, Patrick, for the 100. You're very generous. Thank you, guys, all. You're too kind. Okay? You're too kind. I'm just checking some real quick.
We like to get our information correct.
Okay, I think we're ready, ladies and gentlemen. Just a small clarification, and really doesn't change much here, but wanted to add that in. Okay, so we got our story straight. If you've been on Twitter, there's been a big discussion about an individual named Vex Milk. Is that really Milk?
I mean, she talks
It's
about
MLK.
She talks about milk a lot.
She talks about milk a lot, so I guess it's Vex Milk, but we'll call her Vex. Okay? You have a situation where right now she is private. Her account is locked. This is someone who's been in a lot of controversy, and this latest one is one that people are very upset about because she shared a screenshot of an email that contained the personal information of this guy right here, a VTuber by the name of Kodiak. And it appears someone responding to that post used that information to then contact his place of employment. He has been fired, and people are very upset. Now, it's not as black and white. I mean, this is already a very messy situation, but you have to understand who we're dealing with here. This is not our first run-in with this Vex individual, okay? And the main crux of what happened here is Kirsha making a call-out post as a part of her stream that eventually resulted in Vex going private. And, well, before I get into the next part, because I want to be careful here with what I'm saying, because you'll understand why. I'll get one last 07. She's rolling her eyes, chat. I commit to, if it's pink or red, I gotta read it now.
Respectable.
It's respectable. 07's in the chat real quick. We got another 50 from Based Oil Lord Ren saying, Rev, please stay for about 30 more years. Once I get my inheritance, I will on paper become a literal oil baron. That's the plan. First of all, actually, let me just clarify. I want to stay for more than 30 years, if that's possible. I will stay here, hopefully for many more years than that. But I am honored. We have multiple oil barons in the chat today. But thank you again, Ren, for that. But let's get into the situation, okay? This is the part where it gets a little complicated. I want to clarify things because Vex is a member, at least for now, at Advanced GG. You guys know I used to be a partner.
Are you still mutuals?
I'm still mutuals.
I
have the line of communication open.
Or did I unfollow?
I have the line of communication open. And, well, we know what happened. Me and Straub, we got terminated. I don't want to talk about it at this point. I said my piece about them. Okay? And if you want a breakdown of how that all happened, it's my opinion, Straub's opinion, and anybody looking at this objectively that what happened to us was completely unfair. If you want the full breakdown, there's videos out there. I believe Leaflet made a video, Kazahana, Smash JT, Kirsha talked about it. There's videos out there going over the situation. It was very disappointing. And that's the tie-in here. I'm not trying to get into anything with Advanced right now, but obviously this is one of their partners and someone who was involved in the harassment against us and was very vocal against us. So you understand that while I said I don't want to talk about Advanced anymore unless something develops, I never said I'm not going to talk about their talents. And I've bitten my tongue about this Vex individual a lot. If you look at their account right now, they're private, okay? They're not taking the heat well, and they're claiming that they're receiving some threats, and we'll get into that in a moment. But this is why I kind of have a hard time forgetting about this individual. This was back during the week-long campaign where people were trying to get me and Straub removed from Advanced. Vex saying I'm going to keep it short and easy for others to understand where I stand on the situation with Advanced. F Ice and F Rev. I mean that with my entire heart. He doesn't deserve to be a part of this company, but I'm also understanding of the fact that there's legal proceedings that have to happen with a contract of this caliber. I don't know what she's even talking about there, but you can see that she was clear. She wanted us gone. And then she was, through the midst of this, telling this to another user, F you, F Ice, F your God, F your mother for birthing you, F your father for not dumping you in a sock. Your mom should have used a effing coat hanger to end you. F off and go your to your sister, which is, again, Why are these people so aggressive with their sexual comments to complete strangers on the internet? Here's another post during this where they said, I will block you if you defend Rev or Straub, you absolute effing boot-licking weirdos. F ice and absolutely F you.
What did I do?
Nothing. You committed the crime of being my wife.
My wife.
And by the way, this was all over me quoting someone and saying they're being performative with their tweets about ICE. So that's the whole context of all this, by the way. But then she adds on saying she's muting all this. This was on a thread attacking us. And she would end it by saying, F ICE, F Rev, and F you if you defend either one. Get back on your knees where you belong and keep bootlicking. Maybe they'll praise you eventually because God knows your parents didn't. Okay. There was also this individual, Max. I thought this interaction was unhinged, where Vex has been doing this to other people as well, tagging Advance, saying, I don't think this guy needs to be partnered with you. He has some very hateful views that disrespect a ton of your consumers, and calls him stupid. And then says she doesn't debate with people who don't believe basic healthcare and human rights. God doesn't love you. And this is also a person who said you can't be racist against white people. And this was their reaction when me and Straub were terminated from Advanced, saying he's gone, F yeah, those are my gamers.
Which it was deleted.
Which, yeah, basically everything you're looking at is deleted. And that's why when I saw her recent crash outs over the past 2 days, I screenshotted everything. I knew it was going to happen. I knew she was going to eventually go private, like she has. This is the person who just gleefully enjoyed being a part of this whole campaign against me, and this is the person who represents a company. And it's their choice. This is who they want. And my conduct was not in accordance with their values, but that's it. That's all. You can make your judgments from here. I don't have to say any more. So you understand why I would have a bit of a chip on my shoulder towards this individual. It's not exactly a great thing to have. But this was someone who was not only, a part of the same company as me, but they were directly hoping and celebrating for our removal. So over the past couple of days, this is my screenshot of them throwing a pity party, talking about how they're not a bad person, and they don't deserve to be treated the way they've been treated, and that there's nothing they've said and nothing they've done that warrants anyone threatening their life, which, yeah, of course, nobody deserves to have their life threatened, but they go on to say you can't preach moral superiority and say the most depraved and disgusting things to someone at the same time. You need therapy. And all I'll say is projection. I'm sorry. Massive projection. And also, the threatening of life, they're not too foreign to that, as we'll see themselves. But they say that they're basically a victim. That they don't understand why they're being treated poorly. And if you just saw, the way they've treated us, like which by the way, we had never interacted with this person before. But Celestium would try to have a conversation. There was this tweets by Vex, I believe deleted, talking about men and women who create not safe for work content. I don't really care, right? They're talking about sex workers and basically saying how ignorant people are when it comes to the subject. Whatever, right? But eventually, Celestium would reply and say, why are you so angry? Because when she made her post criticizing what Vex said sex work is not consent, and just because someone creates not safe for work content, that is not an invitation into their space. I have a man plus I'm not sorry plus you could never compare plus L plus cope. And that's in response to basically saying what Celestium said is because why are you so angry that if you want to do sex work while you're with someone, you're free to do so, but it might rattle up your man. And any person who's worth their salt will not be openly with someone who's doing sex work. It's degrading to yourself, but disrespectful to give yourself to others while you claim to be in love with a person. And that's her opinion. That's Celestium's opinion. And this was Vex's response by saying, I have a man, I'm not sorry, you can never compare, L. Cope. And Celestium simply says, why are you so angry? And she says, that's anger to you, that's scary. And then someone says, you're kind of malding right now. And she replies by saying, and you're balding. What's your point? Then around that time, she says, if you think sex work makes you a schmore, boy, do I have a world for you to explore. Shut the actual F up, you uneducated Cabbage Patch Kid. This is all in the 2 days leading up until now. And I believe I already read this. This is another reply during all this saying, you're still a see you next Tuesday. I have never been rude to anyone who didn't come at me sideways first. Please go be a lonely, bitter, miserable, mean B-word somewhere else.
She's definitely been rude to me.
This was posted 2 days ago. So I would ask, what did I do to you to cause a torrent of tweets coming at my sponsorship, coming at my fans, saying all these awful things? I never been coming at you sideways. We never did that. So this is clearly a lie. They openly go after people all the time. This is not new. This is a never-ending cycle, a daily cycle for this individual. And this is all the stuff leading to this tweet, saying I'm not a bad person and I don't deserve to be treated the way I've been treated. And while people were calling out the hypocrisy, Azahara saying, you push to get a content creator you don't like to lose his sponsors because you don't agree with him politically, referring to me. Some of your comments and replies seem to contradict your not a bad person claims. You block anyone who pointed that out because you can't take criticism. Can't say I know you, but everything in your social media account seems to project the opposite of what you're claiming in this post. Which, to, my own observation, seems pretty fair. And I don't think this is a rude post at all. I think it's a genuine response. And she says, except I didn't. I was the scapegoat because I was the first thing they saw when they logged into the website. That's it. I didn't even know who they were prior to the incident. What's happening now doesn't even have anything to do with them. F off.
That's crazy.
Well, the thing is, we're talking about being hateful. And there is a line of history. And now she's gaslighting about her own experience. She's gaslighting everyone about what happened with our sponsorship. And Straub would quote her, and of course, didn't she block you?
She's had me blocked.
I guess, whatever. Straub quotes saying, why lie? You definitely were actively involved. As someone who can also be a very emotional person, trust me, these tweets aren't helping you. Log off and try to relax and appreciate the good things in your life. Showing one of the, 5+ tweets where she said F ice, F rev, all of those things. Absolutely insane. And
I will say that what I said right there was very genuine, by the way, because I can tell based on her post that she does have some trouble.
I'm unironic when I say log off.
Yeah.
I'm not being mean.
No, because sometimes I have to log off too. I mean, I'm not.
And same
I don't
here.
think I'm necessarily on the same level in terms of my replies to people.
This is the thing, and I see it, guys. I see it. I'll get to it. Let me finish this thought, okay? I'm someone who's crashed out on Twitter. Okay, I've had crash outs. I've said dumb things. I've gotten wrapped up in my feels and said things that I look back and I'm like, nah, too far, dude. That was too much. But this is a pattern of behavior for the months I've observed. I really only came across this person when they were trying to get my sponsorship removed. And once they were on my radar, all I've seen is non-stop aggressive posts to endless people on a 24/7 scale. It's not good for you. So genuinely log off, take a break, touch grass, do something else other than argue with people on Twitter all day. It's not helping you. Like, don't you want to, like, go VTube? Like, go be a VTuber or something. Go have fun.
Or go hang out with your...
Go hang out with...
She has a boyfriend, she has family.
Yeah, go hang out with your man, your family.
They go do things together.
Go do stuff. That's great. I'm glad you have those things in your life. That's good. Unironically.
We can all use that.
We can all use that, including myself. But, like, unironically, just chill. So when you come out throwing a pity party about, like, I understand why I'm getting hate, well, no one should be hating anyone, but, like, when you've been just spreading vitriol nonstop, don't act surprised when this is how people view you, as someone who's doing something hateful. And you know who's not hateful? Steve, with the $500 super chat. 500 bones. I know you guys already did your 07s. Do it again. I am saluting you. $500 is insane.
Yeah.
Steve saying this. All these VTubers causing drama and firings. Yeesh. Thank you, Rev, for dealing with all of this because, for one, I'm too employed for it. That is the most fair thing I have heard all day. That's why I'm here. I'm so unemployed, I'm employed on this subject that I can inform you guys of unemployed behavior. I'm employed to give you guys what's happening with the unemployed. Does that make sense? But thank you so much, Steve. That's absolutely crazy, dude. That's absolutely insane. Thank you. That's crazy generosity. Thank you. Now let's get back into this thing, okay? We have this situation, right? Straub replies. We're talking about all this hostile set of conversations, and I point out this in Straub's reply. Realize the context of her reply stems from her asking, why do I get so much hate, when this is how she's acted the past few days alone, threatening people and wishing for their deaths. And I predicted her response. I predicted it in the SpongeBob meme typing. It's okay because she's not directly saying it, it's in memes, and I told her to log off. And man, should she have taken that advice on the 17th. Would have saved her a lot of trouble. And I point out just a couple of replies where someone not being nice to her, of course not being nice to her, but she replies by saying, urge to put this guy in his place, a grave. Another one saying, I'm excited for this guy to go missing, I don't like him. Another one saying, silence, hetero. Another one saying, you better relax, buddy, or I'll effing fold your clothes while you're still in them. That's the type of stuff we're seeing. And I'm not even, again, I predicted the response. People pointed out the exact screenshots saying you're wishing harm upon internet randos. Not cool. And she responds the exact way I predicted, saying, they're memes, but go off, I guess. And then someone else would point that out, saying, in quotes, I'm not a bad person, end quote, proceeds to give several people death threats. And how does she respond? Memes are death threats, question mark. Okay. So according to Vex, you can send anything to someone, including messages saying the urge to put someone in their grave. As long as it's not you directly typing it, as long as it's in a meme format, as long as it's in a picture, it's okay.
How would she feel if someone put a meme calling her a hoe or something? I mean, she clearly doesn't like it, but it's okay if it's a meme. It just doesn't make sense.
If someone posted a meme with a violent threat to her, she would be rightfully upset and would take it seriously.
Yeah.
So the fact that she's coping and saying, this doesn't matter, it's just memes, go off. I predicted it, and it's just as lacking of accountability and maturity as I expected. I knew this would happen. And also, Daniel Santana with the $50 pink super chat, simply saying, hello, Rev. Well, thank you very much, dude. I appreciate the 50. I have to read the reds and pinks. It is a obligation to the stream, okay? And I know this is probably making a certain sect of people very mad, but not the people I care about. So, let's continue on. Around this time, Vex is facing some controversy, and 07's in the chat. Sorry, 07's in the chat as well. Don't forget. Vex is stirring the pot. All right? Very aggressive towards people. It's a lot. It's a lot. Okay? And, well, she makes a big mistake. She makes a tweet on April 18th at 6:15 a.m. posting a screenshot of an email I have censored out. This is my censor. Okay? This says from legal name with the name Kodiak_VT@hotmail.com. It's an email to Vex. And I'm not going to read this stuff because it's threatening her with all kinds of violent behavior. And she posts a screenshot of this, simply saying, okay. Now, either in her rush to get attention, because I'm not saying this to be mean. I'm not. I think she thrives on attention. I think that's obvious. So either in her rush to get dopamine out of posting this, or just out of a lack of care, either way, she posted this screenshot with his full legal name. And we're referring to the VTuber Kodiak. And this was obviously not his email. Anybody with a brain knows that was not him sending this email. Why on earth would someone send an email with their VTuber name as the handle and then address it with their legal name and then make threats to a person? Nobody falls for that. In fact, there was a similar situation that happened with Straub. And it involved, and you guys know who I'm talking about if you're terminally online enough, Nyara of all people. Nyara got an email of someone spoofing Straub saying a bunch of unhinged stuff. And even Nyara, who is desperate for attention 24/7, even Nyara, who dislikes us, pointed out that that was a fake email and had enough restraint, more restraint than Vex, to clarify this is not Straub.
Yeah, I will say Nyara definitely could have easily posted it and been like, oh, Straub sent me hate. But Nyara had enough wherewithal and restraint to realize that actually doesn't sound like something Straub would do. That doesn't make sense.
If Nyara can do it, Vex, you can do it. And Vex did not. They just posted it. And the problem is, people ran with it. And it caused harm. According to Kodiak, he lost his job because someone used that email, this tweets, and sent it over to his place of employment where he was fired. And we'll talk about all that in a second here, but it really contradicts immediately. Not only is it reckless, but back in December of last year, just months ago, she made this post saying, I don't care how horrible someone is to me, I'm not going to leak anyone's government name because that's how people end up offed. Wow. And then here she is posting someone's government name. And I don't want to hear sorry. She's going to say, sorry, whoops. You still did it. You were careless because you wanted likes on Twitter. You didn't care enough to check. And I don't really think, and I could be gullible, I don't think she was like, oh yeah, there's his name, everyone's gonna find it now. No, I'm gonna be, I guess, naive. People call me naive. I just think she was careless. I think she was careless with it, wanted some quick dopamine, posted a screenshot, and, well, people used it, and as we'll see, we have proof of people acting on it, or at least expressing their intention to act on it. Is that at the command of Vex? No. I'm not one of those people who are going to say she directed anybody to do anything. But when you're serving up information like this, and then you go and take a snooze, you go to bed, and you leave this up for hours and hours, already during a very hostile set of situations, it's no wonder something bad happens. And she even admits, in a tweet from only months ago, that leaking a name like that can end up with very serious consequences. Consequences I guess she didn't consider in the situation. She sighed. I have an obligation.
No, that's not what I'm talking about.
Oh, what are you talking about?
The other thing I thought you were going to say.
Wait, I'm gonna mute. Well, first of all, Ren with another pink super chat right to the dome. 50 saying, with this last one, I should be back to diamond rank on the Google Play Store ever since I gave up gacha addiction years ago. Well, good for you. I see this as a win for both of us. Yeah, actually I do. Your money is much better spent on me than gacha. I'll say it. I'll say it right now, folks. It goes towards a good cause. And like I say, the cause is cause I like it. Cause I like it. And also Daniel Santana 07's for you as well with the 5 gifted memberships. I am not muted. You guys fooled Straub once. You won't fool her again.
Yeah, I looked. I checked.
Thank you for the 5 gifted. L wife bro is definitely muted. Guys, you can try all you want. You're not going to manipulate me, okay? You're not going to do it. So one clarification I want to point out here before we continue is that some people have... What did you say?
Okay, so basically some people have pointed out that on Kodiak's YouTube channel, he has some videos with, I guess, his real face. And in his links below in the credit section, he does have his real Facebook linked with his real name. So I just think that's one thing to point out, that he did already technically have his real name linked to his account. However, it doesn't take away from the fact that she was careless and that he got fired because of this thing that he didn't actually do.
And the point is, I don't think anybody even knew that.
Yeah, I don't think I think she was still careless. I don't think she even did the research.
The main point of all of this is it doesn't change much for me, because Vex is an individual who is warned against the dangers of doing exactly what she just did, even if it might be found somewhere deep into his accounts.
Yeah.
And it has consequences.
It is relevant.
It led to bad things, including someone getting harmed. But this is an interesting little part here. Fauna Grows, a terrarium company, would actually fire, or at least separate ways with Vex as a result of this situation. Now you can see people like this. I'm not like, this guy's done nothing wrong. But it's an example of people responding to this company separating with Vex because of everything happening and saying based. And I wanted to say based as well. I wanted to go, wow, oh cool. Small company did something good. They did the right decision. Don't get me wrong. But the person who runs this, their accounts here, and this is the same person who, by the way, on January 26th, the owner of this company said, I hope Advanced terminates your contract because Holy S, is this a bad take? Also while blocking me afterwards. So they said I should lose, or I deserve to lose my contracts with Advanced because I had a bad take. By the way, this is the bad take. This is the whole context. In their eyes, this was enough for me to lose a sponsorship. So, I will not call these people based. They wanted this to happen to me. And oh, it gets worse, ladies and gentlemen. The absolutes, as Straub has pointed out, they're still an Advanced partner, by the way. The absolutes hypocrisy. January 26th of 2026, right in the heat of the moment, they're saying I deserve to lose my contract. Go back to January 19th of 2026. About a week earlier, they were promoting my merch with their code. This is my flavor jar. This is my flavor jar. They were promoting 1 week prior. And then they turn around and say I deserve to lose my contract because bad take. This is what exactly I talk about, the performative virtue signaling. 1 minute they're totally fine with you. The next, you're scum to them. You deserve anything that comes your way.
I found this, by the way, chat. I found all of this.
Straub did find this.
I want my credit.
And don't worry, they made sure to promote my jar with their code so they would get the commission. But 1 week later, I'm scum of the earth. I'm scum of the earth who, where are we here? Who, deserves to have their contract terminated for bad take.
Which, like, yeah, you could think it was a bad take.
Yep,
even
absolutely.
I said it was kind of a stupid
I had
tweet.
people, by the way, like Kirsha.
Like your own wife.
My own wife. I had Kirsha, when we were talking about this on stream when I got terminated, she called this tweet regarded, okay? Fine. I tried a joke here. It didn't land that great.
But the whole point, though,
but
is,
man,
like,
the tsunami.
Worth losing a stupid tweet, like someone makes a dumb tweet. It's like kind of dumb.
And you ask yourself,
lose your sponsorship
is
over
this
it.
worse than something or the many things I've shown Vex doing? That's up for you to decide. But, of course, so this email goes out and Kodiak ends up getting fired. And Vex makes a response saying, I deleted the post with the email that was sent to me last night because apparently it's coming from someone who is pretending to be Kodiak and is not actually Kodiak himself. I don't want anyone to be falsely accused. I posted the email in question because I don't believe that anyone who sends that kind of threat deserves to remain anonymous. But if it's causing harm to someone who is innocent, it's not worth it at that point. Leave Kodiak alone and worry about the one impersonating him and apparently multiple others. The email belonging or being used to send these disgusting messages needs to be investigated. So you don't want anyone to be falsely accused, but you don't want to wait in to verify if it's him or not. And also you're showing that you knew there was a legal name there, so I guess the little grace I can have in saying that she didn't know there was a legal name attached to it, well, right out the window, I guess. She knew there was a name and wanted accountability.
Which is weird, though, because it directly contradicts what she said back in December about
Yeah,
no matter
so it
what
makes it even
someone
worse.
does.
So now she's not accidentally a hypocrite. She's just a hypocrite. And at this point was willing to just wait and see what happens. And also admitting that, yeah, it was fake. Well, no duh. Obviously it was fake. You should have known it was fake and that it had malicious intentions. Nobody would make an email with their VTuber name and then just add in their legal name and then make direct actionable threats, legally actionable threats that could get you in trouble with the law. Obviously, it's not the person they're pretending to be. Should have known better. And it's basically, yeah, it's guilty until proven innocent. And, oh, well, I guess waking up later, and she said through all of this she was asleep, so that's why there was a late response. Well, Kodiak has responded saying, well, he's talking to an attorney on Monday. And, well, I don't blame him, because he lost his job as a result of that. And this is where things really blew up last night, where Kirsha would make a post. And you can see I shared it. And that was the moment that Vex went private. And in the brief moments I was watching her Twitter, and she was very aware of everything happening. Okay, she was very aware. She was hiding replies, pointing out her mistakes, pointing out Kirsha's tweet, among other things. And then eventually she went private. She just gave up. Now, this is Kirsha's post. She says, while streaming, she made this post saying, "Are you actually kidding me?" Tagging Vex, who has untagged herself. She manually untagged herself, by the way. Saying, "You are beyond disgusting. You're beyond a disgusting individual, and I hope you get the psychiatric help you need. You don't need to make up some fake spoofed email to defame someone, get pity points for it online, and then go after their effing job. I know you probably felt the power trip from getting Rev and Straub cut from Advanced and are chasing the high to harm more people, but this is so insanely messed up. I do not know where to begin. This is apparently the kind of person at Advanced wants as a partner over creators who actually made them money and didn't actively try to get other creators dropped from sponsors or their real life jobs. F everyone who supports this kind of stuff, and I hope lawsuits get rightfully served to Vex, to the other scum coordinating, and to his company for wrongful termination." And she shared this clip that we'll watch. We'll listen to a little bit of this together. This is Kodiak, the individual who was affected by this situation.
10:34. So it took 30 minutes approximately. I sent DJ a message. "Hey man, I just got fired from my job." Now, the way that it went down from the company that I work for, whom I will not dox, because I think that doxing is an evil fucking practice. And right now I have a lawyer looking into it, which I don't want to disclose on the internet. They basically came up to my desk, a guy from HR plus a security officer from the front desk of the building came up to my desk, and he told me, "You need to pack your things. Apparently, we are firing you this morning." My first question to the guy that came up to me was like, "What did I just get fired for?" And basically what he told me was, "We got an anonymous complaint that you have been essaying women on the internet. And this company cannot tolerate that from its employees. They stated you by first and last name, which is how we knew it was you." I didn't want to cause a fuss. They gave me one little cardboard box. Took me about 2 minutes to put all of my stuff in that box. And I calmly walked out the door.
So yeah, do you see why people are very angry about this? I mean, you can hear it in his voice. This guy's devastated. He's lost his job. And being a respectful person, he walked out the door. He took it. And you guys, I know people will say, "Well, it's not his email. It's clearly a spoof. Like, couldn't he explain this?" Guys, do you understand, like, this is the real world? are you going to sit down with your HR department and be able to explain to them how Vex, the VTuber, is posting on social media a spoof email about your VTuber model, and that it's actually someone trying to harass in his name to frame him and all these things? Do you understand how hard it is to explain this stuff to like a person outside of the sphere? You understand? They just see these emails, and a lot of companies and HR would say, yep, that's you. That's your name. Bye. This sucks. And according to him, he lost his job as a result of this situation. He sounds devastated, as anyone would be, for not just losing their job, but losing it completely unfairly. And this all goes back to the post itself, guys. Okay? People are making the claims that, yes, Kodiak on some of his accounts had his name. And yes, Vex didn't order people to cause any damage, but she made this post and then things transpired as a result. Not by her direct orders, but because they saw this post clearly. And I will demonstrate why that is a reasonable assumption to drive at. Now, of course, people come out to defend Vex and to attack Kodiak as well as Kirsha. You have this lovely individual here saying, you effing losers are brain dead. She's already made it clear that she deleted the tweets because it turned out it was someone pretending to be this guy. There was no indication and no reason she needed to doubt that this guy was sending her this stuff. She didn't know who he was. There is no legal grounds against Vex. There is no punishment that she should receive. Both this guy and her are victims of this. This happened to Woolith earlier this year and a multitude of others. The same talking points that were in the email were in the Woolith one too. Stop being effing reactionary snot eaters. The dude in this video needs to present this information to his work, and I'm 10,000% sure Vex will vouch for him to get his job back. Oh yeah, that'll be great. Hey, HR, let me phone in the VTuber Vex, who's going to explain to you that this spoof email they posted on their VTuber Twitter account was actually a spoof, and this is all just a big misunderstanding. What world are we living in? We're talking about a normie job here. Totally delusional. I'm all for people feeling the repercussions of their actions online, and acts like this should be brought to people's employers, but this guy did nothing wrong, and what should be focused on is finding out who is doing this. Completely dismissing everything while calling him a loser and brain dead and all these people idiots, basically. Zero accountability, completely pushing this, saying, oh, they're all just victims, and this has been going on and targeting other people. Well, Kirsha had a very simple answer to that. Here's a reply to Vex's tweet sharing his legal name, saying, I'm pretty sure I found his job and stuff. Give me a sign and I'll handle it, Vex. Again, there's nothing that shows here, oh, there it is, 100% confirmed. But this is what happens when you post someone's legal information like this. You have people responding like this, showing an intent to act on it, including contacting his place of employment. And guess what happens? In the next 24 hours, he loses his job. According to Kodiak. How do you even respond to this? Acting like this came out of thin air? That there's this rogue maniac out there targeting so many people? But of course, there's a response to that same person saying, it won't, because a signal was never given and Vex had nothing to do with him getting fired. How about we stop trying to target someone who's getting threats and try finding the person who's actually sending the threats. So now Vex is the victim. See how they spun this whole thing? Let me break it down for you. Again, Vex posts an email with sensitive information, goes to bed. During that time, some people show clear intent to go contact his job. He loses his job. Then some of the, defenders come onto Twitter and say, who cares? There's someone out there doing this to everyone, and there's no proof that there was a chain of command here. No one's trying to pinpoint, no one's saying Vex ordered someone to do this. But she sure didn't help by posting that email and then leaving it up for hours and hours and hours. It's pure cope, it's deflection, and yes, you're now seeing her playing the role of the victim because now she's getting threats. And she would go private. That was around the time she went private, locking her account. And you can see someone with a screenshot describing the situation, where she posted a tweet about ice cream while this was all happening, and someone made a tweet, an obviously abhorrent one, by the way, stating that, do you think when I track down and SWAT your house, it's going to go as planned? And then they talk about a situation where she could be harmed in real life. Abhorrent. If this is someone making, as we see, whoever is making this, they should be held accountable. As much as I have my issue with Vex, no, she should not be threatened. That's not acceptable. And nothing about her should be made public either. And as pointed out by this user, I'll do something she failed to do. And say, do not threaten people. Do not share personal information. And that goes for Vex as well. Anybody who follows my content knows that. You know this. I don't have to tell you this. You don't cross over into real life with these things. You don't threaten people. Just because this is a nasty person doesn't justify something, but this is what happened. So now she gets this post, this reply, locks everything down, and now people are coming to her defense and calling Vex the victim. See how the narrative has changed. As if out of nowhere this whole situation happened. Things can be all true at the same time. This person in the replies can be a terrible person who should be held accountable. But also, Vex made a huge mistake and shared personal information recklessly in a way that was not responsible. And then people expressed intent to act upon it, and then things happened to Kodiak in real life. He had real life repercussions unfairly during this time. All of these things can be true at the same time. But now we're seeing an angle here where we're supposed to act like Vex did nothing wrong and she's just being bullied and threatened and can't be held accountable for nothing. Well, she is someone who seeks attention, and attention she will receive because Asmongold has talked about this now. Asmongold talked about this on his stream. Now, it's a 6-minute segment. I could play it for you, but I mean, he comes to a very basic conclusion. This sucks. It sucks this guy lost his job over this. It sucks. And also, Asmongold brings up the legal concept of tortious interference with a contract. He says it in a very funny way. He has a hard time pronouncing tortious interference with a contract. But that's what he brings up, and who that applies to in this situation can go many ways. And Kodiak has expressed that he is getting a lawyer. And that's, this is one of those situations, it's breach containment. Baldy's on the case. But this is what happens when you don't think, when you just do things, when you act reactionary. It's so funny because people like me, we get accused of being reactionaries all the time. What I saw was reactionary. She got this email right there and just wanted dopamine. She wanted a dopamine hit on Twitter and posted this. And you can see right here, as he provides, the direct reply of someone expressing intent to act upon it and to contact his place of employment. Sucks, man. And obviously, like I said, I can sum up Asmongold's coverage. It sucks. This sucks. I feel bad for Kodiak. This is an absolute mess of a situation. It's a mess all around. Should not have happened. Should not have happened at all. But this toxic cesspool that is the VTubing scene, and how people feel so emboldened to constantly act so unhinged and unchecked while crying victim all the time. And then, when they make a serious mistake and put someone in a vulnerable situation, just say oopsie whoopsie. And it just goes back to so many things and why I personally have a gripe with this individual. Just a crazy situation. And support Kodiak. If someone can put a link to at least his Twitter in the replies, I'm literally logged out of the chat. If Straub, if you're listening, if you can help, or a mod or someone, just drop his link to his account if people want to go support him and check out his stuff. Because this whole thing is completely unfair. Let me try to find it here. Here's his account. That's his handle. It's at Kodiak, Kodiak _VT on Twitter. Give him a follow. Show some love. Because this is a tough situation. We should not be having this happen. Straub's got it. Okay. Thank you. This should not be happening. At all. But, that's the situation. Definitely was something I wanted to cover on stream to be able to digest this with you guys. It's not a black and white situation. There's his link, guys. Go check him out, okay? There's a link to Kodiak's Twitter. You can find his handles from there. Okay, Straub just linked it in the chat. Let's help this guy out. This is a crappy situation, and unfortunately, as I was about to say, I don't think this is really the end of it. But I wanted to get people up to date. And again, in my coverage of this, if I said anything unfair, please let me know. Because I believe all I'm doing is talking about what's right in our face. And that we're dealing with a messy situation caused by just unnecessary hostility on the internet that's crossed over into real life. But yeah, make sure to check out all of his links there. And yeah, a Gundam fan, one of us, yeah. Very, very good. But that, right now, that's what I got for this situation. And I think you guys can appreciate, I'm not trying to get into anything with advanced to go into this, but you understand where I'm coming from and where Vex placed herself into this sphere of influence for me back in January. And it's continued ever since. It really has. But let's just, let's wrap up the supers and get caught up before we head out here, guys. This has been one of those streams, guys. One of those streams. Mosquito with the 10 Ruski bucks saying, just a Chud Kingdom peasant paying his taxes. Am I right? Yes, you are very right. Thank you very much for your taxes, sir. Uram with the 5 saying, I can't believe Rev and Straub have finally deepened the relationship to the final level from husband and wife to co-hosts. Yes, that is the deepest bond yet. And Lander with the 5 saying, okay, she spoke ill of the king and queen. She no get my chudlet now. I give it to crazy, not an evil. Thank you very much for that. And 2 from Ibex saying, Quangos will never lair. Exactly. And Taicho with the 5 saying, I recently caught a glimpse of your McDonald's video from 4 years ago. Dude, you're jacked. Thank you very much. You know, honestly, that's kind of, I've been working out hard again, eating clean, and, I was a little bit off there for a bit, but I've really been tightening up to take care of myself better, and I'm happy with my progress right now. But I'm glad you enjoy the old Rev IRL footage there. Lander with the 5 saying, y'all are nicer than me. I don't give Vex the benefit of the doubt. On her own words and behavior, she knew what she was doing, no doubt in my mind. And that's the opinion of a lot of people. But I guess I'm just a simp. No, naive is the word. I'm naive. I really, contrary to what people will say, I try to give benefit of the doubt when I can. Especially in situations where you never know 100% true or not true. Right? You don't know for sure in situations, but I can line out what transpired and the final result and allow you to make your conclusion. That's what I think is fair in situations like this, for sure. And Demon Time with the 5 saying, the law still considered doxing even if the info you show on stream or on Twitter is public. It's about whether or not it's shown maliciously. And just at the end of the day, guys, the easiest takeaway for me is it just was a terrible thing to do. Whether you're sorry or you want to get into legality, it's just a bad thing to do. It's irresponsible. I'm seeing a lot of people saying, hi, Kodiak. I don't know if he's popping in or he's watching or whatever. Hello, Kodiak. I hope you got some new followers, man. I'm sorry you're going through what you're going through. I know everybody in this chat's got your back, and yeah, go follow him, go support him. Up those numbers, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, I hope I did just some justice, gave you a fair shot here, a fair shake of things by covering it, and best of luck with whatever you're doing. And yeah, I'm sorry you're going through this, man. There's really not much else I can say. You'll handle your business. You'll do what you got to do. And yeah, watching 2 streams at once is low-key crazy. That's a lot of people, actually. But let me wrap this up, guys. I'm gonna lose my voice. I'm actually it's been a lot of yapping today for me. Hideki with the 5 saying, the hypocrisy that these people display is so insane. It made me give a Chud Club membership fee in advance. Keep up the good work, Rev and Straub. Thank you, Hideki, for that. And Ibex with the 5 saying, not all Demon VTuber models, but always a Demon VTuber model. Oilers go support this man, referring to Kodiak. By the way, as you should, Oilers. And Geometry Dash Arcticat. That's a hard one. Say that 5 times fast. With the 10 saying, I still can't stand hearing the advanced situation I bought from them before you were sponsored. Thousands of dollars. I made it a lifestyle. I even went to MomoCon 2025 to see them. Can't help but tear up. I know. I'll be the first one to tell you, it was a very, very disappointing time. And you guys can only imagine the disappointment that we went through at that time. It was not fair, and it was genuinely just disappointing. And I know, and that's the part that really disappointed me, is I know so many of my viewers, literally my model's quitting on me here. So many of my viewers were introduced to the company through us and became legitimate fans of their products, and they felt betrayed by what happened. And I feel bad because I'm the one introducing the company to you guys, but I know people say it's not your fault, but still, Game Hunter Cyrus with the 10 saying, I'm honored to have Rev, Straub, and Celestium as summonings for Asmongold, Kirsha, JRPG. Still writing Act 1 and 2 of the story. When crazy on the job classes, it'll be a while till the artwork. I am very, very excited for you to keep working on that. I appreciate it a lot. By the way, that sounds like a very cool concept. Thanks for keeping us up to date on that. And Danish Viking becoming a Giga Revling. I appreciate that very much. Thank you. Welcome in. Welcome into the party. And Demon with the 2 saying, have we gone from Revlings to the Oilers now? I think after tonight, guys, I'm going to do something I haven't done in a long time. I had a second video for today. I know. It's like 90% done. But I'm going to just call it a day. I'll save it for tomorrow. We went that crazy. You guys spoiled me too much. I'm gonna rest up. I know it's already late. Straub's finishing up dinner, and I'm gonna go sign off for today and just chill, hang out with the wife, watch some shows, relax, and get back to the grind tomorrow. And we'll have finally the Pragmata video tomorrow. I've been wanting to talk about Pragmata for like 4 days now. But we'll finally get it tomorrow. But also, Claw of the Fallen, thank you for becoming a Giga Revling as well. Welcome in. Thank you guys. Thank you. Can't appreciate the support enough. I know it's past 9 o'clock. This is a late dinner. But just had to get through all the stuff today. But that is going to do it for now, guys. If you enjoyed the stream, please leave a like. Make sure you sub. Can't say it enough. Make sure you sub and put on notifications so you don't miss streams. It doesn't work that well, notifications with YouTube, but give yourself the best chance you can to get notified when things are happening. And I upload daily, stream multiple times a week, so feel free to check that out. And thank you guys for the absolutely insane amount of super chats and memberships and all of that. But most importantly, thank you for showing up, for hanging out today, and supporting the channel. And if you missed it, there's a video for today. For now, that's going to do it. Thank you. Have a great rest of your morning, afternoon, or nights. God bless you all. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace! Oots! No model reveal. I did promise this. For the Red Super. You guys, this is an exclusive moment. You're off the... This is like off the books. I did say this. Congratulations. I didn't forget. The stream is live. Come back. Come back. Wait. Here's the full model. Earlier I said if we got a Red Super, I would reveal the full model. Okay? I did say this. Okay? And we got like a lot of Red Supers. Okay? Like I forgot. We got caught up in the things. There's the full attire, okay? Just imagine this, but in the form of a plushie. Right? In the form of a plushie. That's why you should get it. But anyways, guys, bye-bye. This is a great way to end it. With a full waving goodbye. Say goodbye, chat. And one final peace.